Okay, good morning everybody, it's Mike and thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. You know, we are closing in on just 100 days left in 2022. Just 100 days left. And I have a question for you this morning. What if you could completely change your life in the next 100 days? What if you could completely change your life in just the next 100 days? What if you could actually start saving money? What if your health improved and you would start feeling better each day? What if 100 days from now, your personal relationships were much improved? What if you were able to celebrate a very special Christmas the way you want to with your family and friends? What if you were able to put your addictions behind you? All kinds of addictions, right? We think of it as drugs or alcohol. You know, the two leading addictions on the planet right now are pornography and gambling. But any addiction, what if you could put them all behind you? What if you had a deeper relationship with God and a stronger faith? 100 days from now, what if you did? What would that feel like? What if you actually started to feel stronger, happier, and more confident each day? What would that be like? If you could accomplish some, or maybe all of these goals, or maybe even others that you have in the next 100 days, would you take the steps necessary to do so? Would you? If you would, or you think you would, if you would like your life to look different in just 100 days, then I want to invite you to join me in the C21 Connect 100-Day Challenge, starting today. Just a 100-day challenge between now and the end of the year. To meet the challenge and to change our lives, we simply need to change our habits. As James Clear said in his book, Atomic Habits, change your habits, change your life. So each day for the next 100 days, if you're willing to accept the challenge and participate in it, each day for the next 100 days, we'll focus on 2 habits each day, small little habits that will take us from where we are right now on September the 12th to where we want to be by December the 31st, or walking well down that road, way down it, where we're starting to put old, unreliable, unproductive habits behind us and start feeling more empowered and living a stronger, more confident, more healthy, more positive life. We can do that in the next 100 days. Will you do it with me? Are you with me? Will you participate with me? If you will, I guess if you won't, I'm disappointed. Because we can all, in 100 days, start living an entirely different life. You don't have to be scared of that. It's all positive. We just have to change some of our daily patterns. Because if we always do what we've always done, we're going to always get what we always got, right? If everything the way you've been doing it isn't working and you getting the results the way you want them, then maybe we need to change what we're doing. Maybe through all good intentions, through comfort levels, and this is what I would prefer and I don't like to feel, I know all that, but is it working for you? And if it's not, if there's some things that you want to change, then I want to ask you to jump in here on the 100-day challenge with me. Each day, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I won't do with you and that you couldn't do. We're not going to ask you to stop smoking in one day. That's crazy talk. We're going to start building patterns and building habits that 100 days from now will be in place with us. It won't happen tomorrow, but we're going to start the process. Do a whole bunch of little bitty suggestions, because tiny hinges swing big doors. It's the little changes that we make each day that are going to have the big impacts on our life. Are you with me? Will you take the challenge? If you will, then I want to start with these first two suggestions, our first two challenges. Number one, I want you to get and start to read or listen to James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. Now, some of you out there are going, well, I've already read it. Well, that's great. Then let's read it again, because I bet you're a little bit like me, and then when we go through it again, we find all kinds of things that we missed the first time. The book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Get it and start reading it or listening to it a little bit each day, just a little bit. You don't have to finish the book by tomorrow. You just have to get the book today. Go to the bookstore or go to Audible. I don't care how you get it, or borrow it from a friend or borrow it from our book library. I don't care, but don't let the sun go down on you today without obtaining the book, opening it or starting it, and let's start the process. Again, you don't have to finish the book tonight. Just get it and start it. Can you do that? Okay, good. Good. So we're starting the process. Number two, in bed no later than 10 p.m. this evening. Now, you can go to bed earlier if you want to, but when 10:01 strikes, you're in bed. You're not getting ready for bed. You're in bed. So two challenges for today if you're in here with me. See, not big ones. None of them are going to be that big. None of them are going to be so big you say, well, I can't do that. Sure you can. You can go get James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, today, and you can start it. And we can all be in bed no later than 10 p.m. tonight, because that's really where tomorrow starts, right? If I can't get in bed by a reasonable hour, how in the world am I going to start my day tomorrow at a reasonable hour? How am I going to have the energy to perform and handle all the responsibilities in my life? How is that even going to be possible? It's not. So we're all in bed by 10 p.m. this evening. If you'll jump in and you'll work with me in the 100-day challenge, this is how. This is how we're going to go out. We're going to make it happen for ourselves.